Here we are again for a little Dungeons and Dragons. Quick little one shot, and me and two friends. Some you'll probably recognize, and one that you'll recognize from our regular Sunday games. We're gonna try to.
It's me. I'm the recognizable one.
Our, oh, uh, oh.
Awkward.
Fuck.
I've never seen that man in my life.
And then we have Stinky.
That's you.
Oh, somebody should probably change his
Uh-oh.
Discord name.
Yeah, Stinky. Stinky McNoass.
I'm sorry. If that's me, then why is it that it's recorded in the stream chat? Some anonymous viewer just happens to know that you're Stinky every time. That's you. That's not me.
Which that anonymous coward would come out and show his
Got you there.
face.
He
Kinda got
speaks
me
what
there.
everyone's thinking, Eric.
He speaks what everyone's
Hey.
smelling.
Did Eric tell you that we had Aaron show up yesterday and tell him that he was stinky?
Yeah, you convinced Aaron Stewart to call me fucking Stinky.
I didn't convince him anything, Eric. I gave him the strength to step forward.
Hashtag me too. Stinks.
Well,
Stinky by everybody. I smell nice.
to give a little background on this happy little game that we're going to be playing this evening, we'll start with a little background, as I said. So, driven from the lands farther north by more powerful dragons, a white dragon named Cryovane has descended upon the Sword Mountains, claiming the snow-capped range as its domain. Typical of its kind, Cryovane is a dim-witted and cruel monster. This dragon patrols the skies around the Icespire peak, surveying its territory while hunting for food and easy treasure. With each passing day, the dragon's domain grows as it ranges further across the land, preying on anything that it can catch with its claws or freeze to death with its icy breath. Sightings of the dragon are becoming more and more common, as are its attacks. A crumbling fortress on the northeast spur of the Icespire Peak serves as this dragon's lair. Cryovane sees this icy fortress from the tribe of savage orcs, killed the orc war chief, and forced the tribe's survivors to flee into the foothills and forest below. But our story starts a little bit smaller in the small rebuilding or town of Phandalin. Nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is a mining town of Phandalin, which consists of about 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Phandalin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They're farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and even some children. The town has no walls, no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons with them within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are often welcome here, particularly if they have the coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the center of the town offers modest meals and lodging, and a couple doors down is the town master's hall, where Sildar Hallwinter is sitting behind his desk with a gentleman standing behind him and 4 individuals standing in front of him. Sildar is a human man, long brown and graying hair, kind of thinning on the top, and a thick, bushy goatee that falls down his face. Most of you standing in front of him know that he is the town master that has sent out a request to the neighboring cities for any adventurers seeking glory, gold, or just a chance to see some new sights. And you four were the ones to answer this call. Meeting today on the 13th of Alturiak, he sits behind the desk and gestures up, with stroking the beard on his chin. And well, I do really appreciate all of you coming out to take care of, or at least attempt to take care of, this issue that we've been having. Now, I don't want to pull any wool over anyone's eyes. This is kind of a fairly tough mission, and we've already sent 3 adventuring parties up to the peak of the Icespire, and they have yet to return. At least that's what I was told by the former townmaster. However, if you are able to return, whether you drive this creature away or kill it, there will be a hefty reward waiting for you. 1,500 gold each.
Each?
Each, my fair friend. And as you may notice, there's the people beside you may not recognize, so please take this opportunity to get acclimated, because this will be the group that you are traveling up the peak with. My Goliath friend.
Found your white dragon.
No, I do believe this one is a little smaller than you. Oh, smaller than the one we're searching for.
Found your orcs, too.
Oh.
Well, you guys are currently staring at I would assume 7.5 foot tall Goliath would be on the shorter side. He's thick. He's big. He's bald. He likes his tattoos. He's also a bit stinky.
Eric, you realize you're supposed to roleplay something you're not.
Yes, yeah, I have hair. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. Promise.
For how much longer?
Shut the fuck up. I'll need that from you.
Ow.
Hold on.
My pride.
I'll need that from you. You're not my mom. This didn't actually do too much to change the way my hair looks. A lot of that was for nothing.
Sorry, buddy.
It's just uncomfortable.
Are you done explaining who you are?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm Fulbrick. That's about it.
Well, okay. And
The rest of them are mutes.
I'll take that as my cue. He's going to stand up, and you're going to notice that as he starts talking, his cloak seems to start billowing like a superhero standing on top of a precipice. Of course, I need no introduction, but I shall do the pleasantries anyways. My name is Rex Camarius. I'm sure you've all heard of me, and he does this little curtsying type bow. I am one of the greatest gladiators in the land, and I was a little bored fighting in the arena, beating everybody, so I heard that there was someone or something that could possibly challenge me. So here I am. You're welcome. You're gonna see that he is basically like a 6'3", 240 burly, but youngish looking. He's 28, but he still has kind of like a boyish face. He seems cocky, but it's kind of because he is really good at what he does, and what he does is kills things with a great sword very efficiently. Some would say he might fight a little dirty, as in disarming his opponent and or knocking them prone and then completely obliterating them, but he feels that it is a way to win, and so he shall do it with fervor.
Who are you, though? Anyway,
I've never heard of them.
you
you
large
not-
little boy.
Did you not hear what I just said?
What?
Well, listen, I travel in the higher circles, so you may not have heard me if you are one of the dregs of society or whatnot. But don't worry about it. The point is, I think we will all be a great team, and we will take down whatever prey we have been sought upon. You know, like,
The orc in the room gets visibly excited on hearing that there's another gladiator in the room, and he lets out a hearty laugh. It's like, oh, one of my own. Baragash Bloodfist, grand champion of the Stone Tusk fighting pits. Got tired of fighting orcs? Too easy. And he sits there,
Think a
puffs
human
out
will
his
be
chest a
harder?
little bit. What was that?
You think a human will be harder?
Humans, not so much.
Oh,
A little squishier. The dragon. That's
yes.
something worth bragging about. The orc sort of puffs out his chest. First thing you notice is this is an ugly orc. I mean, his face is misshapen, his nose is crooked. It's clear he's been through more than a couple fights. A lot of his clothes are very unassuming, tattered. And the only thing of note is a single necklace around his neck with a locket of hair in it.
I also
Probably not nice to call out for drinks when we're in this man's office.
Yeah, Sildar is just kind of like looking at you like, and
Drex society don't typically go for that.
I just figured since we were brought in here that there'd be some sort of bottle service. But again, I apologize.
While all this is going on, kind of standing off to the side with his arms crossed, the 7 foot tall white dragonborn who looks like he's seen better days. He looks older than your typical adventurer might look, like quite weathered, lots of, grooves in his scales and such. Bright blue eyes, just standing there with his arms crossed, very lightly armored, with a massive greatsword across his back.
What's wrong with your face?
This is just how I look.
Sildar is gonna kind of like take a big deep breath and clap his hands together. Well, that was wonderful. I'm sure you are all gonna get along flawlessly. A cot with some supplies has been prepared for you. Already stocked with some cold weather essentials. So please, best of luck, and I also don't hope if you don't mind. And he's gonna gesture to the gentleman that's wearing kind of very like almost ebony black leather, and a forget what they're called, but plague doctor's mask with the long beak. Gestures to the gentleman standing behind him. I'm going to be sending a friend of mine with you, just to add a little bit of extra credit to your claims, depending on how everything happens, and if you all don't come back, then will know.
What's wrong with their face?
That's not their face.
He has a
Oh.
large beak.
Why does he wear that thing?
I could not tell you. I guess it's some sort of way to protect his face.
Is he a mute?
No, I've heard him speak.
Siberian starts heading for the door.
Okay.
Rex is gonna hand Sildar the paper, and as Sildar opens it up, it's a portrait of Rex, and he's autographed it on the bottom. It's like, just in case you want to make a quick buck, or if you want to keep it for yourself. He'll like click his boots together and nod as he moves to the door.
Kind of gonna give a sheepish, like, okay grin. Fold the piece of paper and slide it under his desk, and the two remaining in the room, you guys can give me perception checks if you want. It'd be
14.
Uh-oh.
Goldbrick and
16?
Yeah, is there
Did that go through to roll 20?
Yes,
It
it
did,
did.
cool.
Yeah, both of you.
Isn't that neat?
It's very neat.
Both of you recognize the sound of paper being thrown in a waste bucket or basket.
That sounds like paper being thrown into a waste bucket.
What hole?
Aragash is going to look up at his Goliath companion and say, "What's wrong with your face?"
More like this.
I love this group already.
Oh
It's my
god.
mom's face. Not her real face, though. That's still on her. Some people get confused.
Siberian calls from outside. Are we going or not?
Let's go follow the dragon to the dragon. Goodbye.
So the rest of you leave, and as Sildar said, there is a cart with 2 horses waiting outside. The back of the cart is relatively stocked full with looks to be enough rations for a week's journey, as well as some tents, heavy furs, and among other supplies for cold weather. There is a singular climbing kit in it. And as the 4 of you exit, the man in black approaches and just takes a seat at the back of the cart.
Yeah.
You see his beak just kind of move into your direction and then look back down, basically staring at the floor.
Just the beak?
He moved his head.
Oh, okay.
You bitch.
I told you my character was smart. Didn't say how smart.
What's the custom roll for?
It's a 4.
How many fans that I have outside? They're waiting for me. I'm signing autographs and
Or were they just
shaking
passing by
hands.
and you just like,
They-
oh,
they
you want an
know- they-
autograph?
No, they noticed me.
Oh my God.
As you guys start coming towards him that was out by the cart, and be like, I just can't get away from him. He's gonna have this shit-eating grin on him.
If you try
Siberian,
walking,
Siberian is standing there by the cart with his arms crossed, just watching. Disinterested.
It's as much as a curse as it is a blessing. You probably know all about that. Thulbrick?
what?
No, Baragash.
Aragash.
Oh,
I apologize.
Aragash doesn't have fans. Anyone that approaches him gets a fist to the mouth.
Listen. He's gonna like point. Listen, I appreciate you and all that you do. He's gonna like clasp you on the shoulder. He's gonna climb in the cart.
Um, Siberian will
Ragash
climb into
is
the front.
confused.
I'm gonna crawl in the back now.
Doesn't understand gladiator etiquette. Fighting pits is different.
Yeah. Well, Rex doesn't understand when you said that you were like a gladiator as well. He thinks you're part of like, a fighting circuit.
Right.
Think of it like an NFL player. And if someone else, yeah, I play football, you're like, hey, okay, not realizing that you might have meant soccer. He just doesn't understand.
Oh, well, this is off to a great start already. Packing up and setting off. I'll move you guys over to the map of the area. Oh no, it's a Nidus.
It's Nidus!
Goodbye.
Big. Oh,
Panic.
my.
And because I love it so much, I'm going to use his token.
Oh, God!
What?
Oh,
That's
he
what he
is ugly.
looks like!
I told you.
Holy fuck.
What's wrong with your face?
I got punched and
How
kicked
many times?
and
A
bited.
lot. And marked on the map that has been provided to you is very clearly written the Sword Mountains as well as the Icespire Peak. And as you guys are kind of looking out towards the basically just kind of shifting around and looking out towards the direction of the spire, it is a clear day today. There's a little bit of wind through the air and it looks like it may rain. However, but the clouds haven't really collected, but off in the distance you can see the Sword Mountains, and towering above in one spot of the Sword Mountains you see this one singular bluish spire that seems to kind of shine and glisten in the sunlight, with just before it meets the top of the mountain, or meets the top of the mountain, there's a thin layer of clouds that kind of spiral around it. Making your way out of Phandalin and pushing off some fans to get out. It's a relatively easy journey until you get to the base of the Sword Mountains, and you would have to. You would assume it would be a little bit more treacherous, especially for carrying a cart with you. But at a glance with the map and your familiarity of the area, it should take you no more than a day travel to get at least to the base of the Sword Mountains. Maybe a little bit longer depending on the weather.
Without the horses?
With the horses.
With the horses. Great. It's a whole nother day. Are we going for it? Yes.
The crickets answer in the wind. But so continuing on, you make your way off the road just north of Phandalin and veer off, heading east, more inland. There is a decent path. It's not very well traveled, but there is a clear one that you can see as you guys continue to move along the ridge line. And about half of the you're leaving at a probably early morning, and so about midday, you can see the clouds are starting to kind of close in around the area, and it begins a slight trickle of rain. Due to the season, it's becoming rather chilly rather quickly. Continuing on your travel, anything you guys want to do? Or are you just gonna sit awkwardly in the cart?
Siberian's up front by himself. He's completely comfortable.
You're with the man in black.
He climbs
Beak
into the back of the
face.
cart.
Oh, I thought he was in the front.
No, Siberian's up
I'm
front.
not sitting next to him.
Who was the person that had the two-handed greatsword?
He's
Siberian.
Siberian.
Rex is gonna make a comment on that. Be
What
like,
kind of comment?
it's a good looking weapon, strong weapon.
Siberian grunts in response.
I have this, and he's gonna hold up a very intricately laden and carved out greatsword. I've fought many a brawls with this. I call it. I didn't think of an actual name.
Technically,
call
that's a sword fight, not a brawl.
Well, anything that's a fight is considered a brawl if it involves some. An,
You're weird, Rex, but I think we share similar philosophies.
I appreciate that. Not exactly sure if that was a compliment or an insult.
It means that we're alike.
Ah, yes, yes.
We might
Yes.
be strangers socially, but in the grand scheme of things, we're pretty similar.
Like brothers. He's going to say in giant, hoping
No,
that you speak giant.
that's not yours. Don't.
Did
That's
you
our word.
understand it? Do you speak giant?
No, I do. No, I understood it completely. Your inflection was correct as well, but it's just weird if we speak common.
He doesn't get it.
But Rex and also Orc, ugly man, we all achieve some form of physical perfection. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, see.
No need for weapons though. Waste of
Oh,
time, waste of weight.
fist bump.
He'll fist bump, and like, all I need is these. He holds up his left hand. He's like my righty, and he holds up his right hand. This is my lefty.
That's excellent. With
Rex is about
physical
to say
perfection,
something like
you can attain enlightenment.
After that, he's gonna lean in close and say, "So, how hard do you think it is to break a beak?
What?
Do you think I could?
Yeah,
You think I could shatter it?"
yeah. They're small. Birds are small. They have like no defenses.
No, I think he meant.
You just grab them and just
I don't
it's
think
over.
it's not a bird beak he's talking about. It's
Oh, him?
larger. He's gonna like gesture.
As you guys
you think I
gesture over,
could?
you can see that he's kind of just sitting there watching you, and he's got a coin is just kind of like floating up in his hand and has this like purplish yellow or golden glow around it. He's just kind of looking at you holding this coin.
It's evident that Baragash is trying to whisper to no avail. He's speaking at full volume.
I don't think it matters if you were, because Thulbrick was
I mean,
very obvious in what he was saying.
we're not gonna.
Yes, we're all friends
Just
here.
curious.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean, I think you could.
It's just hypothetical.
Don't dragons have beaks? Don't dragons have beaks?
No.
Could have sworn they had beaks.
You
Sure?
are a man
This
of
one might.
poignant words, my friend.
What does that mean?
Uh. Anyways, so
Okay.
I was.
Hey, who are you though?
Who? Me? He's gonna like look around, even though clearly you're probably talking straight to him.
No,
Oh,
beak face.
He doesn't say anything. He just continues holding the coin.
You like that coin, friend, buddy?
We, let's guess his name.
It'll
Is it Roger?
Beak face,
And Rex is gonna start naming random names.
the glove will
beakless face.
disappear and the coin will
Birdo.
just land in his hand and he'll just put it away and just go back to looking out of the back of the car.
He's so wistful.
I bet it's Roderick.
Maybe it's
Rapunzel.
Bergesh.
All he's listing is our names, by the way.
Baragesh is gonna become immensely confused at the insinuation that his name is also Baragesh.
I'm sure Sildar said his name is Rex.
No,
No.
that's Rex.
I'm Rex. This man is Richard. He's gonna come up with another art.
I'm Fulbrick.
No, not you, not you. Him. It's probably Ricky. Ricky Ricardo. That sounds like a strong name.
We will call
I like Birdo. That's a good one.
Birdo.
Yeah, that's a good one for now. Until he decides to take off the mask and talk to us like a man.
I agree. Roberto it is. Roberto?
After a long moment of silence, you hear a muffled voice. It's Puck.
What?
Huh?
Puck.
I like
Can't
Birdo
really hear
better.
you with that mask and the cart, the wheels, and
Puck Birdo.
And he's just gonna go back to just looking at the.
did he say puck?
Yeah. Like a...
Kaylee's
it might be like an
frozen.
onomatopoeia.
I can't tell if Kaylee just had a stroke or if she's getting
She's
kicked off.
frozen.
Yeah, that conversation killed her.
Yeah, she literally died.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Hello. What
Did
did
you
you
die?
miss?
Nothing. I heard you say that Kaylee is frozen, and I was like, I'm here, and then all of a sudden I DC'd. So I didn't.
Aw.
Good timing.
Okay.
Well, that's like a Matrix moment. Would you have DC'd if he didn't say Kaylee is frozen?
The fuck, Kyle?
I think his name's like an onomatopoeia.
Yes.
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, it's your name, Puck.
No, the DM doesn't know what that means.
Oh,
We can't
it's like
tell.
it's like a noise for a sound,
Ah.
like bam, or
Ow.
blam.
So
Yeah,
is it like puck like a bird? Puck.
Jesus
like-
Christ,
He's
John!
gonna start. He's gonna start balking. Puck. I guess the bird mask makes sense.
well, what do you do, Puck?
Uh,
Besides not talk? Vargas is scary, but he's not that ugly. Scary.
You know, I fought a guy in the pits named Puck. You should have seen him after.
Maybe this is why he wears a mask. Or,
Don't you orcs fight to the death? Oh,
His mouth expands as he lets out a toothy grin and nods yes.
Somebody's excited.
oh,
But continuing through, night slowly begins to creep on, and you guys have made your way all the way to the base of the Sword Mountains. And as you get to a particular spot in the mountain range, you can start seeing a slight incline ledge that starts wide towards the base, but then narrows out as it continues up and almost seemingly disappearing out of sight as it continues and wraps all the way around this singular spire.
that'll take us to the top of the spire, I think.
If I was an evil bad guy, that's where I would be.
Listen, he's a dragon.
Yes, a bad guy dragon.
You could just say it's a dragon, not an evil
Well,
bad guy. You might even not even know it's a guy.
I didn't want to offend, and he's gonna like kind of gesture towards. So he's like, Bad person. Just a baddie. We'll call him a baddie.
I think Siberian's bad. You bad, Siberian?
No.
Do
Sure.
you say anything other than just one word?
Yes.
Hmm. He's gonna look around. I don't know.
Oh, this group is great. So once you get to the base of the spire and actually towards that ledge, there is enough room on this ledge arcing upwards that you can fit the cart. But if you guys want, you can make me a perception check.
Oh, we're gonna.
Would love to.
We're gonna do so well. I think the most we have is a +3.
I did pretty all right.
Wow.
I rolled a nat 20. Do you want me to turn my video?
Hey, big rolls.
Can't see
I
it.
see it. Not really. I'll just trust you. So what's the number with the modifier? Like 18?
22.
24.
Oh,
shit.
wow. You're +4?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Are you having fun there, Eric?
Oh, I'm gonna get my nat 20. Shit. Fuck.
I think he was making a slight at Kyle and his dice roll.
There, I think you can see it.
Oh.
Oh,
My dice landed on my inner key or something.
Oh.
your inner
Perfect.
Rolled
thigh?
again.
What?
It rolled
Yes,
again.
your inner die.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna need. Let me get this up again. So Siberian, as well as Hulbrick, both of you glance up and you can see the ridge about 300 feet up. It begins to narrow to where you suspect that there is not enough room for a cart, but there is a cave that just kind of, or an indentation in the rock face just before that it begins to narrow. So what do you guys want to do?
Grab Rex and Bergish and point. Shit, I'm holding both of them with my hands.
You could
I
bear
suppose
hug
we
me.
should leave the cart at the bottom.
If you look carefully, there's a cave.
You can
No,
see
that other
yeah, Rex squinting.
further up.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
I believe you. What of it?
Well, it's a cave.
Yes.
You said there might be a dragon there. You didn't say dragon. You said bad guy.
The baddie. And he's gonna look back at Siberian, just like, I apologize.
We should leave the cart at the bottom.
That's a smart idea. No one, you're the one driving. This was a good idea from you. Yes.
Siberian, I speak for the whole group. I wish he'd stop yelling and talking too much. We would like to
He just
an
looks
edge.
back and doesn't say anything.
We'd like to get a word in edgewise. He's gonna like elbow bump Beargesh.
Barragesh is kind of like, you can tell he wasn't paying attention. He's just gonna laugh out of instinct.
This group.
All right.
It's nighttime. It's close to evening. Yeah.
Yeah, and as the sun begins to set, the storm finally starts rolling in. But yes, as you guys decide to leave the cart,
Can I like find a good place to like? Is there any like vegetation or trees or woods or anything, or is it just like completely barren down here?
there's some areas of the mountain ridge that's kind of juts out, and you figure from the right angle that could give you a little bit of cover, but there's not much of a tree line down here.
Okay. Like to find as
It's-
much cover as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Siberian,
Yes.
do the big U's, do they sleep at night, or like do they sleep in the daytime, or
He gives you a deadpan look.
the big wings? No.
Rex is gonna look between the two of them and then look at Baragash like, this is so awkward.
Would I know if dragons sleep at night or day? I'd assume they sleep like normal.
You can make a nature check.
Lol.
Oh, can I do that too? Because I want to
Yes.
fail this.
I rolled a
Oh,
9.
that's not actually too bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Thulbrick, dragons are hit or miss creatures. They're awake whenever they need to be. Sometimes they sleep during the day, sometimes they sleep, at night.
I think the big U's, I think they just kind of sleep whenever they're not hungry.
As most creatures, I would assume.
Yeah.
Urgash never sleep.
What?
Always alert.
That's not good for you.
Nah,
Don't
that's
need it.
great. He's
Sleeps
gonna
for the
Was-
weak.
When was the
grab him
last
by
time
the
you
shoulders.
slept?
What's wrong with your face?
Mine?
Huh.
Oh, the tall one.
Yeah, that's me. It's my dad's face.
Not literally again.
What? You already knew. You lie. Well,
So,
that
Shall
shoots
we
my plan in the foot. I wanted to
shall we
go up
move
and
to the cave?
well, maybe I think Siberian might have a good idea because if it doesn't sleep at nighttime, whatever's in that cave, then we might as well just wait until the morning.
Is there more to the peak, DM?
oh
Or is
yeah,
that just
you can, or standing where you guys are, you'd have to like crane your neck all the way up to look up.
okay?
You with the knowledge
Uh,
of the area, you know that the peak of Icespire stands at probably about 2,500 feet up.
Oh,
We should
I,
rest.
I'm guessing Thulberg that the baddie is not in this cave. He's probably up much higher. It seems too simple that we just set up on this path and instantly find the bad guy, as
An
if
astute
we're gonna get this
observation.
done in a couple hours. As if there's no other story behind this, and we just come in to kill the bad guy and then
While he's
act like this
talking,
never happened.
Siberian has, set up the cart for the night and is getting his stuff out to sleep for the night.
Okay.
You guys don't think that we should get to the cave and sleep there, out of the cold and wet?
We don't know what's up there.
Yes, and we would kill what's up there and sleep in the. He's just gonna look exasperated, like
I think
this
that's
is not
fine.
common. Like
How quickly does it look like we can make it to the cave?
Oh yeah, easily.
There's a little, yeah. All
there's
right.
Just a little
four
bit.
of us, and then there's Puck with his coin. Like we could easily just walk in, knock about the
Siberian
thing, and say, "Hello, we're here to stay." And if they don't want us there, we do some aggressive negotiations, and we end up owning a cave for the night.
Siberian sighs heavily. Would you like to investigate the cave tonight?
Yes.
I like this idea.
It is a little.
He puts his
moist
stuff back in the
out.
cart and starts trudging off up the hill.
Well, you would know that most of the supplies you're about to leave all of the cold weather supplies in the cart.
Oh, okay. Then he would start grabbing the cold weather supplies.
So it is a decent load, but split amongst the five of you, or five
Yeah.
bodies, it'd be very easy to travel up.
We just load up and then we walk up. We can, toss the stuff when we get towards the cave and get to it if
Yeah.
we need to.
Okay, so traveling up for no more than about an hour into the evening, you make it to the cave. The incline of it kind of put a little bit of, or slowed the travel just a little bit. And inside, with very little moonlight, kind of uh, without any moonlight kind of shining into the cave, you can't see past about 30 feet
Guys,
in. It's a bit dark.
I can't see.
Does anybody have dark vision?
Aragash does.
So, Beargash, with your dark vision, you can see that there is a very faint, like, blue crystal in the back of the cave, about 45 feet back.
Mmm.
But it
I see
once
a
again,
shiny.
there is no light.
Baragash, do you see any humanoids or beasts?
Can I do a perception check? To hear, like, to listen for anything?
Sure.
Could I do a perception check to look with my dark vision eyes?
So,
The
Right.
reason I'm
Orc eyes.
asking is
Yeah,
if there
go
isn't
ahead.
anything, we can light a torch. I
Thir-
would want to light a torch if there's.
Nope, the way is clear.
It's a
Oh, I thought it was in that
13.
one.
there,
Never mind. Okay.
yeah, you just get a better look at the crystal in the back, and it looks more like an icicle.
It looks more like a what?
Icicle
Ah.
rather than a crystal. What was the perception from
13.
13? The cave is silent besides the few or the echoing of the thunder and maybe here or there hearing a bat screech. And with Rex pulling out a torch and lighting it, you can now clearly see the reflection or the light reflecting off of that the stone in the back, and it is indeed an icicle. And you see
Can I
a
check-
figure within it.
Oh,
Oh, there's someone in there.
How deep is this cave?
I was just gonna see if I could check for signs of activity or life, but that answers the question.
And as you turn or light your torch, there is a small skittering and movement of what sounds like bats throughout the cave. And yes, the figure is humanoid. However, it is larger than even you, Coolbrick.
This big.
How far back is the cave? Like, how deep is it?
It seems like it goes a good 45 to maybe even 60 feet back. The edge or the torchlight stops at about 40 feet in. So you're just barely getting the sense of how deep it is. You'd have to go
Okay.
further in order to fully get a good
And how far in is the icicle from us?
45 feet. So it's just barely like flickering in the sun or the torch.
Siberian's gonna look around and he's gonna say, "Are any of you lot good at scouting?"
And he
All. I can
Right.
look.
Punching.
Rex is gonna shift, and you're just gonna hear clink, clink, clink. Not I.
Um,
Well, I can be real quiet. Sometimes.
hearing that, Puck will move forward and kind of just stick to the shadows of the wall. And for a few minutes, he just disappears into the room.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the puck?
He's
No.
scouting.
Funny. I can't get it.
And then, after
Wasn't that
a
fun?
few minutes, he comes back and just gestures with a flick of his wrist for you guys to, in the kind of like come here motion.
I will approach.
I will approach.
Thanks, Park.
Good job, Birdo.
And getting close, or actually entering in, the cavern stands probably about 25 feet up, with the stalagmites. Those are the ones
Yes.
on the bottom, or
Yes,
on the top.
Yes, stalactites on the roof, stalagmites on the ground.
Yeah, so the stalactites, they're kind of covered in this thin sheen of ice, and as you guys are kind of walking around with the torchlight, even though this is a very coarse and dense black stone, there's like little glitters of blue that just reflect all the way around. It goes about 65 feet into the side of the mountain. But looking around, it looks like there is a very old and campfire, a very large campfire, um, but it has seems to have been out for a very long time. There's even shimmerings of ice over it, and getting closer to the figure in the center of the room, you can see what most of you recognize as an ogre.
Is he awake?
Completely encased in ice.
Hmm.
You do.
Looks like my dad and your dad had a kid, Bergus.
Dad's. No, he's just gonna not gonna go into it. Dads can't have. Dads and dads can't have kids.
Everyone's got a dad.
Yes, but you need. Never mind. We'll talk about.
And he had a fire too. Was the figure frozen doing anything, or is it just like kind of frozen?
He looks like he was in the middle of like his face does show signs of pain and but also like a raging shout, and there is a massive or his form is giving off like he was trying to like he was trying to swing a large club of sorts, but the shoulder up to its right arm is just missing. So it's just a nub on his shoulder.
Maybe this is someone that tried to go against the dragon and was frozen because of it.
Seems kind of far-fetched,
Does it
but I'll
though?
believe it for now.
Red dragons breathe fire, and maybe white dragons breathe ice.
My eyes turned to Siberian expectingly.
Yes, if it's a white dragon, it'll have cold breath.
He's gonna clap his hands like, "Ha! Knew it."
You weren't confident?
But no, I knew it. I'm just. He's gonna kind of trail off.
That's why we brought jackets.
Yes.
This ogre left us a fire too. That's nice. Just have to kind of
Can I
put some
check? Can
more
I check
fire on it.
how old the activity is? Like how long the ogre might have been here?
Okay, that's a survival check.
16.
Okay. You can tell pretty with a little bit of certainty that this is at least 48 hours old.
This can't be more than 2 days old.
Really?
Sure, that ogre has to be like more than 2 days old.
Yeah. I haven't heard of.
They don't get
ogres
that
in these
big.
parts.
That fast.
Siberian deadpans again.
Oh, you mean the... Okay, I see now.
I love this group.
I have a feeling Eric's having a lot of fun not being a smart character.
He's he's smart,
Really
just in his
smart.
own way. All right, so let's go through the facts as he's wiping his armor from all the water. We have a white dragon. It's at the top of this peak. We're in
Maybe.
this cave where we're nice and dry. You're welcome. And we found an ogre encased in ice. I think we should come up with a
Stay
plan.
in the cave. Oh.
Yes. No, that works too. That's part of the plan.
Oh, good. Good. Okay.
Based on the ogre's fate, I'd say the cave isn't necessarily the safest option.
He brings up a good point, but it is a dry option. The question is, you checked on the floor. Did you see that there was any dragon tracks, or I don't know
Did I
what?
notice any dragon activity? Or
Or
is that a
any
different check?
dragon scat,
No scat, just
drat.
sheets of ice layering the ground that's around you. Um,
As we got
the
closer, did we see more into the back of the cave with the light?
yeah, and
Is
it's
there an end to it, or is it
yep,
still going?
it just shuts at 60 feet. There or 65 feet. There's the
Did anyone hear that?
the arm that is on the ogre. You can tell that is definitely removed forcefully, with something jagged and not a clean cut.
I've been in many fights, and this looks like his arm was bitten off. Most likely after he was frozen. But
Yes, I've bitten off arms too. I agree.
that is good to know. You, you.
What happens in the
good, you.
ring?
Yes, stays. And that's just how he ends it. So, let's recap of the recap. There is, and he's going to look directly at Thulbrick. There's a dragon at the top of this peak.
We already did this.
We have a cave. We have a frozen ogre missing an arm. Looks like it was bit off. We should rest here for the night. Keep guard. And have a nice breakfast in the morning, and then try to attempt to climb further up the mountain.
I don't think Siberian likes that idea.
And look over at Siberian. What's the problem with that plan?
I'm not sure how safe it is in here, considering what happened to this ogre.
I get that, but hear me out. At least we're out there where we know there's a dragon. At least in here, we know there isn't one. Plus, it's dry.
Siberian just looks like that doesn't really track with him.
Okay. What would you propose to be another plan? That we sleep outside with all the elements and
Well,
no defensive material?
I would be fine with that, but I'm not as soft as the rest of you. So if you'd rather sleep in here, we can settle down in here.
Does it look like the ice is melting or is meltable? Or does it look like it's... Does anyone hear that howling? And you want to sleep outside? Are you crazy? Exactly.
It wasn't like a I agree sigh. It was more like a look at me, I'm a white dragon, I think I'll be fine kind of sigh.
Well, not all of us have a hardy exterior.
As I said, you are soft.
Literally. He's gonna poke his arm.
Just because you got scales doesn't make you better than me.
That's
Easy.
not what I said.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy, my large friend.
I know Goliaths too are quite accustomed to cold.
It's not the
Kinda.
cold that's the issue. It's just wet outside. Just wet.
Well, I called dibs next to the ogre.
Anyways, does it look like the ice is melting, or is it magical ice?
Sorry, chasing.
No, there is no melting.
Okay.
I'll take first watch.
As you offer, Siberian, Puck raises his hand and he's already kind of just sitting out at the mouth of the cave, just kind of tentatively.
You said that there was a old-looking fire pit thing.
Mhm.
Can I use the torch to light it?
Reaching down and putting the torch against it, it takes a minute or two to melt the ice off of it, but eventually it doesn't catch because there's no fuel down there.
Siberian's gonna look at Puck and he's gonna say, "There's no need to raise your hand, son. If you have something to say it."
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna say anything.
So are you gonna
I'll
try to
take
put
first
any
watch.
fuel on the fire, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay down a couple torches
Okay.
and just light them all up and hope that it'll warm up enough of the wood below, thaw it out, that it'll at least maybe use some of the permafrost wood to burn.
Yeah, after letting it rest there for a few minutes with an extra torch on it, it eventually does catch. And you have a campfire inside of this cave.
Ooh.
Bedding down for the evening. You all
I'm
get
gonna
a
set up my bedroll and my blanket. The
Siberian's taking
quilt.
first watch because Puck didn't actually say anything.
Oh,
well.
just don't
What do you guys
sleep
do?
next to me, Puck. I don't want to. Just don't.
As Rex is bedding down, he'll be like, "Good night, Baragesh. Good night, Siberian. Good night, Puck." And he's gonna say good night to Thulbrick and Giant.
Actually, fun fact, I
Huh?
don't think Siberian ever introduced himself to you guys by name.
It was on the. It
It
was
was
on
on the
that thing.
pamphlet.
It was on that thing that we saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not letting another. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. So it's streamed. Okay. Anyway. What?
No, no, Rex, stop. It's weird.
Did you say that
Red.
back in common?
Yeah.
Thulbrick, did you ever think that there's a reason why I'm fluent in Giant? As he's like laying back with like his arms.
It's a good language. No.
I was trained by a giant.
Why?
And well, not he was giant to me, but I believe he was one of your kind actually.
What that's supposed to mean? Could be
Uh,
in vague.
aren't you a hold on, I forgot the name. What kind of race are you?
Goliath.
Man,
Yeah. Aren't you one of the Goliath people of the mountain?
of the mountain, it has some connotations to it. You just say I'm a Goliath. You'd be correct.
Okay, well, I was trained by a Goliath from a mountain,
Okay.
and he was my mentor for many, many, many years.
Like your dad.
Sort of. I never knew my father.
Oh, that's tragic.
No, it matters not, since I had someone that was a father figure and trained me to fight as well as I do.
Goliath's dad. Well, that's like me. Why your dad? No.
I don't think that's how it works, but I wouldn't mind having a brother.
Don't
He's gonna
talk
say
back
brother.
to me.
He's gonna, he's gonna say brother again in giant.
No. No, for real. You gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that.
It is my language as well as yours. He's gonna say brother again. It's
Good night.
it's Good night. It's
There you go.
actually
Yeah. Good night, son.
it's not how it that's not how it works.
Can't hear you. I'm sleeping now.
I can hear you're talking. You're saying that you're sleeping, but you're talking. So he's gonna kind of turn away from
Siberian,
Philbrick, and
make a
he's gonna make
perception check.
he's gonna make eye contact with Beargash. He's like, so
As you turn away from the conversation, you see Baragash out cold,
Yeah.
jaw open, drool coming out, forming
so
an icy puddle next to him.
so Rex goes from this position. He looks over at Philbrick. And he's like, he's sleeping. So he turns over to talk. He's like, so, and he just sees him passed out. Well, I guess I
Are you
better turn
saying-
in.
Are you saying that he's sandwiched himself between the two of them?
Between the two of them.
How close
And-
are you guys?
There's probably a couple feet between each of us.
There's a
Okay.
feet, all right.
Oh,
Gross.
I'm sleeping with my dogs, though.
Put those grippers away.
Siberian, you swear as you're looking out over the cave, out of the corner of your eye, you can see Puck across the way on the other side of the entrance, and you can see his shoulders just kind of slightly moving up and down, almost like chuckling.
And Rex is just gonna be like, good night, Rex. And he's gonna just pass out.
Siberian's gonna go up to the mouth cave too and sit next to, not next to him, but on the other side of the opening, whatever.
Okay.
He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna sit and watch.
All right.
The most
Well-
intriguing watch ever between a man that doesn't speak and a man that says one word, if that. Intriguing stuff, Kyle. Intriguing stuff.
The over the course of your rest, storm does fade. However, the temperature drops a little bit more to where when you all awaken in the morning, you can see a thick cloud of mist coming from your breath as you are breathing and preparing for the morning. Anything you guys would like to do specifically?
Oh, Siberian, look. I'm you. It's breathing. It's hot air.
Deadpan look.
That's what you do. I don't have
Philbrick,
to tell, though.
do you have many friends, Philbrick, where you come from?
Well, not really.
Mystery, and he's gonna look directly
Well-
at Siberian.
It's not for the reasons you're thinking of, I'm sure.
You're very charming.
Thank you. It's really hard to work on that when you live by yourself. No, you see, as a young teenage Goliath man, standing at the small height of 6'9" and only weighing a mere 280 pounds, I left my family to strengthen my mental and physical fortitudes out in the wilds.
Seems to be going well.
Yes. Now I'll flex a little bit. I would agree. I have mastered the arts of social interaction and physical combat. Well, maybe not mastered. There's always improvement. I haven't become enlightened yet. But one day, I only get stronger as I defeat things stronger than me and advance my way up in the world. I will become the strongest. Stronger than you. Forgot your name?
After an awkward pause, you're like, well, good luck with that. Shall we get moving? Anyone?
I guess.
Silence.
Have we? Is it assumed we've eaten breakfast?
Yeah, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you guys also have started on your way up the mountain.
Siberian will gesture for Puck to lead the way.
Rex doesn't like awkward silences, so anytime there's an awkward silence, he like looks off into the distance as if he's not part of the awkward silence. So during that last song, he's just like, "Shall we get moving?" And like no one's answering. He's like, he's scouting. He's like, mm-hmm.
Puck,
I'm
would you
not.
like
I'm
to?
not making this awkward.
Puck, would you like to scout ahead?
He steps to the front of the pack, and he as he was getting prepared or dressed in the morning, he put on a thicker cloak than
Did we
what
see
he
him
was
take
wearing
off his
before.
mask to sleep?
You fell asleep in the middle of or at the end of your watch. As far as you know, he has been up all night.
Okay.
He may have slept, but you can't really see his eyes. Where his eyes are, just this like kind of purple goldish light shining through.
Vargas,
Dragon.
if you look carefully, you can see these two little invisible men that shake Rex's cape.
He's gonna whip his head around.
No, you can't look at him like that.
It is billowing, by the way. It as if
See,
it does not stop billowing.
Puck puts up his hood and his cloak that goes from a dark black. It turns bright white to fish or match against the snow that's starting to coat the area.
oh shit, Puck's got them too.
And he moves forward at a very brisk pace. And as you guys are beginning to make a good or cover a good bit of distance, reaching about midday, you get the feeling you're about halfway up, and at this point the path begins to continue to narrow and narrow as you guys are going up. Currently it is 2x2.
Siberian will be at the front, a ways behind Puck though, letting him lead.
I'm
Scout.
not next to Puck at all. Fuck that.
Yeah, as far as
Way up
you
front
guys
of
have, or as far from your perspective, and with the storm picking up and the cloak, you have a hard time seeing him.
I'll follow at a moderate pace, making sure that he's still ahead, like scouting, but that we're not too far behind him.
You can make
Who's
me.
thicker?
You can.
Shit.
You can
I'll
make
just
me a
stick
perception
next to
check if you'd
Tolbrick
like.
because he's easy to see.
That'll be a 23,
Yeah.
a natural 19.
Natural 18, making a 32 for stealth.
Holy fuck!
So
That's good stealth.
He's a gloomstalker, and it's
I'll just
badass.
assume he's
Where'd
up
he
there
go?
somewhere, and I'll just keep going at a moderate pace, about the same pace that Puck took off at.
The Puck fucker's creepy.
As we're walking
Yeah.
along, I want to sort of elbow Tholbrick. You know, where Baragash comes from, he has a lot of friends too. In fact, he holds up his little a locket of hair. He's like, "This is from my best friend Ogak. Where I come from, friends fight." And as he holds it up, you get a closer look and see there's a little bit of decayed skin still attached to the top of it.
Oh,
He gets a little chuckle to himself. He's like, "This is the best fight I ever had with that bastard."
in the pit?
No, this was
Oh.
at his at his house.
At his bar
Did he-
mitzvah.
Still around?
His kin were around and everything.
But
Great
is
time. Blood everywhere.
he good?
You know, they called him Uguk Stone Spine, but unfortunately, his spine was not made of stone.
Oh. Oh.
Rex is gonna notice the lock of hair and he'll be like,
Rest
Oh.
in peace, Olgek.
I've got one of those as well. And he's gonna like take it out from underneath his cloak and he smells it like, this is from Samantha. He's gonna like hold it up.
Another warrior?
There was definitely some grappling.
I like that.
Yep. A few nights worth at least.
Must have been quite the battle going on for several nights.
It was exhausting. There was a few times that I thought she had the upper hand. She was on top of me for a good. He's gonna like look over at Vilbrick to see if he understands what I'm saying, because clearly Baragesh doesn't.
I think the two of you should grapple.
I n-
Ergesh is
nope.
immediately going to assume his position.
That's not that. He's gonna tuck it back. He's like, "That's not. Nope. You misunderstood what I was meaning."
Keep
Oh,
it
I
moving
didn't.
back there.
Yeah, You're right. He's. Yep. And he's gonna like kind of like push back, and he's gonna like pat him on the back. Like, maybe another time. Let's keep moving.
Well, that's some cool hair, Bergus.
It's one of my most meaningful mementos.
I'd offer you some of mine, but I don't have any.
It has to be earned. If it's
No,
given, it
like I
means
can't
nothing.
grow any. Well, I wasn't gonna give it to you.
I
Shit,
could
if I
take
could,
an ear.
Do we see Puck's tracks at all? Or are
no.
he's just wandering
Nope.
aimlessly,
sorry.
hoping for the best?
We're just following the path.
So,
Does my perception check, like, can I ride off of that just as a general
yeah,
being aware?
yeah. And as you guys continue on into about the or the earlier half of the second day, or sorry, continue on till about 2 o'clock. You're starting to get a little bit winded with the sleep. There's the steep incline and also the thinness of the air up here at this high altitude, and the cold is becoming biting. So assuming all of you put on some cold weather gear.
No.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe a jacket. I feel fine. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you.
so I need my orcish friend and my human friend to make Constitution saving throws. If you put on some cold weather stuff, it is at advantage.
Does a coat just count as cold weather?
Yeah, it helps. That'll
I
give
guess
you.
it doesn't matter. I put on clothing. Whatever.
Did you put your cloak on, like, over,
Ooh.
like, a bunch of, like, is it, like, fancy, like, coat?
Ooh, take a look at that bitch. I have my billowing cloak on top of my cold weather, and it's still billowing.
And you look pretty majestic.
I do.
Hey, Daniel, if you hold shift and do the roll, it gives you advantage automatically.
Okay.
And if you hold control, it goes disadvantage.
Ah.
Sometimes it doesn't work for damage dice, so you can right click on the damage, and you can click because it'll show it differently in the it'll look like this.
Well, Bergesh, it is getting cold, but nothing you're not handling very well. So, continuing up, you're getting to a point where the clouds partially obscure, or you're getting up to the point where you can now get visual of a keep at the sitting on top of this spire. And the clouds partially are obscuring it. This stone icy fortress, and it's sitting on top of the icy spur of jagged snow-covered mountain. And now, putting the pieces together, you recognize this as Icespire Peak, a landmark. You remember being so visible, or that you could see Phandalin, and looking down, you can see the city of or the town of Phandalin beneath you. And let me drive you over to the map.
Yeah, drive us.
The map, the map, the map, the map.
if you guys don't settle down, I'm gonna turn this map around.
Big map.
Mm-hmm.
No walls. Who gives a fuck?
Oh my
I put this together in
God.
today, so
It's all right.
I wasn't
Fulbrick
care.
is
So-
chunky.
Yes.
We can see everything, you know.
Yes, I know. I put it
Yeah, he's
together
aware.
today. I didn't care about
So-
dynamic lighting.
So we're heading from the north to the south, that direction.
Let's see. Correct.
Okay, cool.
Correct.
I wonder what they keep in there.
Ah.
Is that Puck? I knew I heard that fucker somewhere.
um.
Gotcha.
So this fortress is constructed on two spires that seem to separate as it gets closer to the top. And there's a large stone bridge that you can kind of see making its way through the clouds that connects the two. A narrow and winding path corkscrews up the mountainside to the smaller of the two structures, and appears to be the only safe way to reach it by land. It's a unwelcome path, but not as unwelcome as the cold, howling wind that buffets around. What would you guys like to do? Continue down, or turn around and go home?
Continue.
I mean, given the option, I think home could be kind of nice, but I do like the idea of getting paid, so...
And this is practically your home, anyways.
What?
You know.
No, I already had this talk with Rex. It's okay.
Anyways, shall we continue?
It's okay.
So, this narrow trail that clings to the mountainside as it twists around and up to the gatehouse. You can see faint footsteps of humanoids coming that looked like they were coming and going from the along the trail. However, with a bit of an inspection, you can tell that it's a bit older than, or it's not very recent. As you continue, the trail narrows into where only one person can pass at a time. And continuing on to round this spot here with the rubble laying across. You can see large chunks of ice and frozen stone that obscure the path here, making or Puck standing at the front of the line is going to put his foot out and kick one of the stones off, and you can hear it just clatter all the way down with resounding echoes.
Why would you do that?
He looks back.
Would you like me to go first?
And walks forward.
Did anyone bring a broom? I'm gonna sweep that stuff off.
No, did not bring a broom.
Alright. It's a good idea.
Siberian will wait for Puck to get across before he goes himself.
And he's moving kind of slowly, carefully picking where he puts his feet. But he does get across without any issue.
I will follow.
Okay.
That's make any kind of check or?
Nope. It's just slower terrain. You're not gonna move at your full speed. It's just difficult terrain. So technically, by the rules, you're halved. But you still make it across, moving pretty slowly.
Oh no.
More room up here, Puck.
Anyway.
So, continuing around, just for the sake of brevity, continuing around, you come to a wooden door with a sliding metal hatch about eye level to it. However, it is standing slightly ajar. And Puck, being in the front of this single file line, is going to look back to the rest of you and then put his hand on the door and just wait.
There's a door ajar.
Siberian will come forward and he'll
You're going to
cautiously.
push Puck off the ledge?
Oh
Kill
no!
Puck.
Can I not get past? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Siberian's just like yoink. Ah!
No.
He may be pretty stealthy, but I don't think he could survive that.
Oh, God.
Siberian will nod at him.
Okay. He'll just push the door open and then just kind of peer inside and step in, allowing the rest of you to enter.
Oh yeah, I love doors.
So, in this room, there are 5 what looks to be stables situated in this in this room. However, the horses, there's one that's empty, and 4 of them contain the frozen remains of horses.
Oh.
Stable's a horse up on a mountain. A whole spire.
Waste of
That's
good
a s-
meat.
Seems dangerous. One of them got away though. See that?
Or maybe he was a meal.
And as you guys are in this room, you can make me investigation, perception, whatever you want to do, or just keep moving. Up to you. Let me know.
Oh, I'm gonna perceive, and I'm gonna say,
Yeah. Stables or stables or stables.
"But frozen
Woo!
poop." on the ground.
Woo!
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Natural 20.
There we go.
So,
Natural one.
Rex, you find a gleamingly smooth piece of ice that has clung to the wall, giving you a perfect reflection of yourself.
I'm gonna walk up to it and look in it and fix my teeth. And is it an icicle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it off and like, start licking it. Refreshing.
Tastes a little grimy, but watery.
Had horse poop on it.
Don't touch the ice.
Beargash, you notice that huddled in the corner behind the very last horse is another frozen corpse, humanoid figure, elven to be exact, and it's just kind of cowering in the corner in this frozen state.
Ah. Beargash is gonna go over and inspect the corpse.
Okay, so what are you looking for? Because that'll determine the check.
I suppose Beargash would first look for like if he had any marks of struggle, if he was fighting anything. And
Okay.
then if he's holding anything of note.
So, holding anything of note would be an investigation, but and any signs of struggle, we'll roll that with your perception. There's no signs of struggle, just a terrified look.
Okay.
And for the items of note would be So you see a bag on her belt, but it is also frozen solid.
Mm.
You also see a dagger, as well as a small quiver of her side on her side that looks like crossbow bolts, but again, frozen solid.
He's gonna huff and turn away. Nothing I want.
Okay. So, continuing on into so I can keep track of the map myself.
Right here.
Continuing on, you have or entering into the rest of the chamber, there are 4 doors. All of them are closed.
Don't think we're gonna find a dragon in there.
Can't they be real small like you?
No, but there could be gear or map or something useful. If we're passing it, we might as well check it.
Sure. I don't think a place like this has any gears or cogs.
No. I meant like armaments and such.
Oh, for your wrestling. I got it.
Uh, mm, we'll
Siberian's
talk
gonna
later.
start peering into doors.
Okay. So, you find that the one down make sure I'm getting the right one. The one furthest to the south is locked. However, the other 3 open up easily. The one closest to you, currently Siberian, opens up into a stairwell. The room to the west opens up to what looks like, or what would be a smithy. There's a anvil that sits in the center of the floor near a fireplace that seems to have not been lit in many years. To one side of the hearth is a bellows that it seems to be ancient. The room to the east looks what best is described as a storage room. There are barrels or wooden barrels and crates. All of them have been pried open and are in various stages of rot and decay.
Looking at the locked door, Sabine will gesture to Puck, and he'll say, I assume this is within your skill set?
I don't know, is it?
Why
That's
didn't
for
you
Puck to
ask
answer.
Baragesh? He could take that door out, no problem.
Well,
Door?
before we go breaking things.
I believe he's mentioning some active subterfuge.
What? What the fuck? No. Break the door. Well, fine, we'll let Birdo take care of it.
Puck is
Puck?
just kind of standing by the door waiting to see what the choice is.
Open the door, open the door.
Well, he's gonna back up and with a quick little flick of his wrist. Oh, okay. Yeah. You see this purplish green or gold energy just flicker off of his fingertips, and this purple-hued hand just kind of comes up and that has a pair of lockpick tools in its hand. Click. Very quickly and easily, and then Puck reaches up with that, or uses that ethereal purple hand to pull it back.
You know, Puck, there's a word in my language for people like you.
He's gonna turn his head towards you.
Magical.
Yeah, you.
Siberian's gonna open the door.
It's pronounced Dumpuk. You're quite the Dumpuk.
So for the DM, what does that mean?
I'll type it into the chat.
Ah.
Rex 100% knows what it means.
Mm.
The Dumpuk.
Got him. Doesn't get it.
Ah. Ha.
Ah.
You fucking idiot.
It took him a minute.
Because I didn't read it until just now. Yes.
Oh, okay.
He is a DMPC.
No, a Dumpuk.
Well, yeah, but he is.
I know.
So what's behind this door?
Behind door number 4. What looks
smash
like
it?
a.
Can I smash the door?
Would you like to?
He opened it.
It's open now. Would you like it? Like to smash?
Can I smash the door? That
Sure.
doesn't answer my question.
Siberian's
you
in
can
your
smash
way.
the door if you'd like.
Siberian's in your way.
Bargash. I say we do rock, paper, scissors for it.
Mm.
In the meantime, Siberian has already opened the door, and he's like peeking his head inside.
Gentlemen, the door's open. Gentlemen.
So, Siberian, you're looking at wooden cots that lie broken in heaps of the or against the walls, leaving a clear space in the middle of the room, where there are 5 bedrolls and gear that are situated around the room. However, the forms that lie in the bedrolls are all frozen solid.
Siberian's gonna shrug and move to the stairway.
It's terrible.
Rex is gonna look at it, and he'll be like, kind of like that redhead guy from CSI Miami.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna like kneel down. He's gonna look him over and be like, perhaps these are some of the other parties that came up here. Seems like they were chilling out. He puts down sunglasses as you hear this. And the theme song starts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
quit.
talking
I'm
about, right?
done. I'm going home.
You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'll find the GIF and I'll post it.
It's funny. Do these figures, are they asleep? Do they look like they were like mid wake up when they were being frozen?
They look like they were frozen while they were sleeping. There is that, or one of them has a face of shock, as in like suddenly awoken and then quickly frozen.
That one was probably frozen from the toes up.
Ooh.
Just a split second to feel what it was like.
I posted the GIF. You're welcome.
Ooh.
That's exactly what happened.
Explosion included.
Even with the explosion.
Siberian's
Wow.
moving up the stairs.
Okay. So, moving up the stairs.
Bye, Cybertron.
Cybertron.
I don't want to get left behind. Now with all these creepy popsicles around.
Right. And as you guys are moving up the stairs into this room, it's a very open room with a fireplace that kind of stands to the southeastern wall. But the biggest thing you notice is the arrow slits that are lining all of the walls, looking out towards the path that you guys climbed up. And on the edges of each of these arrow slits are thick sheets of ice.
So like they're frozen solid, like frozen block.
There's still a gap through it, but the walls are just coated in ice.
So it looked like something from the outside could have blasted some ice through to kill off or attack inside things.
Hmm.
Sunglasses again.
Can I
That was a
open
lot
this?
of words for that.
Yeah.
I'll make sure there's something to back it up. There you go.
There is a in that final door, and kind of piecing together the layout in your mind, door leads to that large stone bridge. The wall or the door that stands is iron, but is also hanging ajar. And upon looking at it, it's a jar with a huge dent in the center of it. And also like it looks like a tear through it.
A jar in or out?
In.
So like something came from this side.
Mm-hmm.
In. Okay.
And stepping
You
out.
sure?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. And stepping out into the onto the bridge, you see it spans a 35-foot gap of the gatehouse to the main fortress. It stands about 50 feet above the trail that passes underneath it. And the bridge has like 3-foot high stone railings. You can see mounted to the fortress is a like just outside of the entranceway is a iron bell with a rusty chain dangling from it.
Are these arrow slits here? Can I see those?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any activity on the other side?
Perception check.
That's an 11.
This dragon must be pretty small if it had to bust into this door.
Maybe there's another side to this thing that he could have gotten into.
It's got a baby.
From your perspective, Siberian, the arrow slit that is just to the south of the bridge, you do see a faint glint in it.
We may have company, boys.
Oh, I didn't pack anything nice to wear.
He's gonna, poking his head out, he's gonna gesture towards the south, towards the glint, to see if anybody else can see it better.
Perception checks if you would like.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, baby.
Okay.
The dice represent y'all's characters tonight. I love it.
I hope that Puck has a better perception.
Beargast is just excited about getting to fight something.
Let's hype each other up. It's like punch me in the face.
Neither of you guys see anything. You do see the faint glint, but no noticeable movement.
Does Puck see anything?
If he does, he doesn't tell you.
Alright, I will take that as a confirmation. It's good to go, and I'm gonna start making my way across the bridge.
Follow.
Follow suit.
I wish there was an actual grid on this map so I could use my arrow keys.
I took the grid off because it didn't match.
Yeah, it's annoying. I get it.
Yeah. I didn't want you guys to be halfway off the bridge while you guys were walking across it. Because that was the funniest part, is like the grid matched kind of, but not enough to like for certain parts you'd be hanging off half the bridge.
You just got to get the scaling right, Kyle.
I was trying to, but
It's a pain in the ass, I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just impossible.
Mm-hmm. So moving in, this is a very short and empty corridor, and you can see more arrow slits pointing to the north and south.
Can I peer into them?
You can, and you see to the south a figure encased in ice, an elvish figure with an arrow or with a bow completely drawn back, ready to fire. Frozen.
Alrighty.
Ice to see you.
Like ready to fire through the slit into this room.
No. Outward
okay.
towards the path.
Like I said, they got blasted with ice and were frozen. This all leads to a ice energy
Oh,
attack.
I don't think they're real. I think they're fake.
Well, in this room that you're walking into, oop, let me put it back. You can tell that this is a kind of like a entertaining audience chamber. There's a whole bunch this is a very ornate, at least for its time, or what once was an ornate room. And there are 7 figures all locked in ice here. Various stages of terror. Some look like they're in the middle of combat, some shooting arrows, some swinging swords. One is holding a massive great axe. And it seems to be frozen as he's bringing it down over his head.
Is that concerning to anybody else?
Well, I've been seeing an awful lot of that.
Does it seem like they are part of the castle, or is this another group of people that were hired to take out the dragon?
So there are some
They have
elvish
matching
figures.
insignia.
There's also some orcish figures.
Does it look like they're fighting each other, frozen in combat?
Judging by
Are
their
they
position, that's a decent assumption.
Yo, those are probably the orcs who used to live here. Probably still. I guess technically they still live here, but
Are these doors here?
No,
they're
that's...
marked with an S, so that means secret.
Thank you,
Oh, okay.
other DM in the game.
Sorry,
I've never seen that before.
That's because usually it's hidden.
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, you're not supposed to, but like I said, I put this all together in the span of like
It's a
3
wall.
hours.
S is the wall.
Yeah, it is a wall.
Well, Siberian will move towards the only visible door in the room.
Okay. And
Can I listen?
The figures.
Can I listen on the other to see if there's any noise on the other side?
sure, perception check. What was that? Full brick.
I was asking if I could knock on one of the frozen figures. Not
Sure.
like super hard or anything. I just want to see if there's like a
Which kind of
tangible
figure
list.
do you want to do it on? One of the smaller
one of the
elven
orcs.
figures? Okay.
No.
So, knocking on the one of the orcs and getting closer, you can see that even the bluish light that reflects off of the icicle, you can see through just a little bit, and the skin of the orc has this bluish hue to it. And as you knock, the orc's eyes move and face you.
reflexive push.
As you push, it falls back and shatters into hundreds of pieces.
Siberian
Fuck.
whips around, pulling his greatsword off his back, kind of like ready
Oh.
to fight.
Sorry, that was. Sorry.
I knew of a paladin that once did that. It's horrible.
What? You liar. Stop talking.
Let me tell you the story that I've heard of a paladin named Hera.
It was all
That
in a
wasn't
book.
Yeah, that's right. There's a book.
It was
He
a
could have read
book.
the book.
It was a book written by some tormented soul named Dram.
That's the problem with characters writing books. Callbacks.
You guys should be delicate around these popsicles. They might, not definite. They might still be like salvageable.
You mean alive?
No.
Okay.
Seeing the display,
Siberian.
Baragash is immediately gonna want to push one over for himself.
Did my
Okay.
perception give me anything? Oh god, well he's pushing this over.
Which one?
Find a nice little elf to push.
So as you get close and kind of stare into its face to see if it's or if it moves, it doesn't, and you just kind of push it over, and again shatters into hundreds or thousands of people.
Oh gosh, what?
We'll keep
Why?
Let's keep moving. Where's Puck?
Where is
Somewhere.
that sneaky little bastard?
Puck's not here.
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
Puck, you gotta stop doing that.
Jesus.
It's like he
Good
came
lord.
through the wall.
Did I perceive anything?
Great Torm.
Clearly,
You
pushing
hear-
these things over released the smell of fecal matter, because that's what happened. And why it
That's
smells
what
like
I
shit
hear.
right
You
now.
can't just
You-
say Puck smells like shit.
You hear silence. However, there is a large grumbling above you.
Sorry.
Shh. I
It's-
think we
Told
should try
you
to.
to eat.
I think we should try and remain quiet from here on out. I hear
Oh.
something on the floor above us.
Oh, not by stomach. Okay.
there is
I'm
slight
gonna-
scraping of claws you hear.
I think the dragon might be on the floor above us.
That's definitely not me.
Let's try and remain stealthy. And I'm gonna push open this door.
Okay, if you guys want to be stealthy, you can make me some stealth checks. And Puck is gonna wave his fingers a little bit and cast Pass Without a Trace, so all of you can add plus 10 to your stealth.
I'm gonna need it.
Fine.
Big ol' 15.
Okay.
Good job. Oh,
30.
Nice 30.
You got this big giant 7-foot dragonborn on his tippy toes.
7 foot.
Ooh. A 30.
Nice.
2 30s.
And
25 for Thulbrick.
not the best. Not the best. But the 30s make up for it. Thank you.
Quiet, Puck.
And for the sake of a little bit of brevity, as you guys continue throughout this this keep, it is nothing but winding halls of more frozen statues. Various
we end?
states of decay.
Where do we end up?
Hmm?
Sorry, never mind, keep going.
And you would end up at this stairwell here. And that, as you get through, it brings you either up or down.
Up it is.
The fuck did Puck go in the wrong direction?
my roll 20 is fucking
He's
up.
fleeing! He's fleeing!
My roll 20 is
Fucker. That
fucking
fucker
up.
lied to us.
The whole time we're walking through, Baragash is resisting the urge to push over more of the figures.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god. Can I help him? Can I be like, no?
Sure.
Where's saving throws?
So it should be on your it should be the smaller
Top
block
left.
underneath your
Oh, I see.
No, stop. Don't do it. Just calm down.
So like a Siberian looks over at Baragash that's just kind of eyeing more of these statues. Says no if you push.
Jesus.
So, you guys go up, I assume.
Beargash, we have to be quieter.
I think the dragon's already heard us from that. If he hadn't already.
Probably not a dragon. It's probably that other horse.
And you guys come out of this stairwell here.
I'm gonna come out very carefully, looking around.
I think it's a room.
So looking out over this specific spot, this is basically just the top of or the viewing platform of the highest point of the keep. And there is a small yet broken stairwell that leads just around the corner down to the to the rest of the roof of the building. And looking down over that roof, it is covered in a sheen of blue ice all the way across. And at the very end, perched, sitting up on its hind legs with its tail kind of just whipping in the wind and wings kind of delicately wrapped around itself, is
Puck.
a white dragon.
Okay. I will notify the rest of the party. Prepare yourselves. Do anything you need to do. And I'm going to cast.
What?
It knows we're here.
Oh, fuck.
Welcome to my life.
Well, who are you, though?
I've already eaten today, but could always go for desserts. Batman, if you can tell.
Is your name
Where are
Brightcard?
Wow. Okay.
We're still inside here, right? I can't even see him.
You would have seen him through the slits. This
Mhm.
He's
where
Oh,
we're
yeah.
at is higher than where he's at technically.
Yeah. Sounds like Brightcard. Daniel, you could hear
We're on like the third floor, looking down at like the second.
The
floor,
top of the
basically.
second floor, basically.
I got it.
family.
Well, might as well.
I'm going to use chromatic warding on myself.
Okay.
Oh,
And I'm going to
Roll initiative.
run. Yeah.
oh.
Make sure,
Shit.
Chibbles, make sure you click your token on Roll20
Oh, my
and
bad.
then hit initiative on D&D Beyond.
You fucking fool. You imbecile.
Well, I rolled a 9.
You stinky man. 12.
Yeah, we
We
did
can always
4
roll
rolls.
again if you want.
No, I like being first.
You can always roll and then edit it when he puts up the.
At least it's in a perfect order. 12,
Oh, yeah.
11, 10, 9.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really nice. Neat. Nice.
That's how we know that it's broken, because it shouldn't do that. Everyone reads.
That's rigged.
That's solid science.
Okay.
Even if it's in my favor.
So ignore Slick Boy's character because I'm just using him as a placeholder for Puck's initiative.
Okay.
The
So
fuck is Slick Boy?
that was Michael's. That's Michael's D&D Beyond game or name.
Was Puck supposed to be Michael?
No,
That's what this whole thing was? Oh,
No,
okay.
I'll tell you after the game.
Okay.
I know. I
But-
called it, dude. I called it.
But the Mr. Large White Dragon, it's technically huge, Cryovane, is going to rear its head back and expand its wings out and take 2 massive flaps. And as these wings flap, with each flap he raises about 10 feet off of the ground to stopping about 30. And there's a small shimmer in the air, and you, all of you standing above the area, can feel the temperature just begin to slowly drop. And he lets out a massive roar, and I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm really good at those.
Bear dash.
So I would like just this to be prefaced that I didn't realize that we were fighting a dragon when I made my character.
Ooh.
So I am 100% not effective at anything that we're about to face.
Yeah, no, neither did I. I finished my character maybe 10 minutes before the session.
I didn't know we were fighting a dragon either.
I kept it secret.
This is
I
gonna
wanted
be
to be.
fun.
I wanted to be a surprise.
It's fine. As 4 martial
Good thing-
characters
So,
go up
the
Good
against a
thing all of
magic
us
dragon.
have range.
the only one that saves is Thulbrick. So everyone.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18. Oh, okay, yeah, so I see it now. Yeah, you save as well. So everyone is now frightened. And frightened means the frightened person has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within the line of sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. You can try to get another saving throw or redo another saving throw at the end of your turn. And after doing that, it is going to move and begin flying this way. And he's standing or flying about 30 feet above the edge of the roof. That brings us to Thulbrick.
Ugh. Is the room that we're currently in, is it closed, like at the top?
No.
And how much was the height difference between where we are and where our dragon was?
10 feet.
Okay.
Oh, height distance between. Oh, so the dragon is just like when it's flying, it's looking. You can see it above the walls of this room.
Okay.
The walls are only about 15 feet tall.
Gotcha. Ugh. Shit. Do I go
Doing great,
outside?
guys.
Do I stay in here? Well, never fought a dragon before.
Not much safer in here than it is out there.
Guys,
Well, that makes it sound like it's safer in here, so I'm going to stay put.
I am not prepared for this. Guys, I'm not prepared for this. I brought a great axe and a great sword. I left my range at home. Oh my god.
I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Okay. So disadvantage on any attacks coming to you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Rex.
He's gonna move here and take the dodge action, but kind of say what he's saying over and over again, like he's not prepared. And then I would like to make another wisdom saving throw at the end of my turn.
Okay.
And I shall do that. That should be helpful.
You save. Shake off the fear.
Guys, we need to bring this dragon down to our level. I have no range.
I had a pet, and when I said pss, 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 it would come to the house. Maybe that'll work. So do that, Siberian. You're like the same.
That's not going to work.
You'll
And then
never
he
know.
kind of like pokes his head around, pulls a javelin. He has a couple javelins on his back actually. And can I, from this range, is it at disadvantage if I throw a javelin?
What's the range increment of the javelin?
It says 3 parentheses 120.
So you can
30 120.
Yeah, so outside of 30 feet is disadvantage. So that you're about 75 feet away from it.
Yeah.
What's the 120?
That's the max distance that you can
can
reach.
Which is pretty ridiculous if you think about it. Throwing a javelin 120 feet.
I think I'm just gonna attempt that.
Okay, so to be a disadvantage, are you raging?
I will bonus action into rage.
Okay, and are you... I know I'm spoiling you, but are you going to take your reckless as well?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
So it's just a straight roll.
That's a nat 20, my friend.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay. Coming up to a total of
29.
definitely hits. Remember how we do crit damage, so
You double the dice,
yeah.
right?
Uh
And then you add the modifier.
mm-hmm.
Oh. Too big.
I rolled a 5, so that's 10, plus my modifier is 4. Well, with the Ring of Accuracy, I already have that calculated in. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to be 14 damage.
Yeah, because
Blamage.
it only affects your to hit, not the damage.
Yeah. I realized that. Yeah, so it's going to be 14 blamage.
Wait, so for crits, we're not rolling double the amount of the dice. We just double the damage of two of the, or whatever
No,
your
so
dice.
you
not-
roll the dice, and then you double what you got on the dice, and then you add the modifier to it.
Yeah, we're not doing the interesting rule for this game. The one that we normally do.
I don't remember what we normally do because I haven't.
Max damage on the first die, the second die, so it is additional.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Yes,
that also goes
I'll
against
worry about it when and if I can ever get in range of this thing and actually manage to get a crit.
Do you have any more movement that you want to use?
I'm going to step back behind here.
Okay. Beargash.
I mean, Beargash is frightened, so he's gonna try and move away from the group into the corner, just a bit, and I guess he'll do the dodge action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's your whole action.
cool. And then I'll make a wisdom save.
Beargash, stay with us.
And you are no longer frightened.
Cool.
Oh,
So, does the dodge action give you no, ask this later. This is going to be Pucky Boy. Opposite
With
corner.
me, boy.
Sprout wings,
corner of
Birdo.
Beargash. Bonus action dodge. And makes a save. He's no longer frightened. Good. That brings us back around to our dragon. Who is going to, let's see, fly speed. And
Probably big.
yes. He is going to fly across here and perch himself on this opening here. And you see his wings kind of furl back, and a bluish mist gathers around his mouth as his throat swells and then releases a massive cone of frozen energy. And so that is going to be a Constitution saving throw from everyone. Well, here, let me get the. It is a. That is. That's fucking huge. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that is big.
That
Yes,
is-
but because it's 50, 60, we might not all get hit by it.
Pro-
It's huge.
Probably not, though.
It's huge towards the end.
We'll
He got up
say
close.
it's pointing this way, just to make it easy. No, not. God damn it. Turn! There we
rotate it.
go. Now it turns. Yeah, so that's the breadth of its cone. There. It's coming from its fucking
See what I'm
mouth.
saying?
So that's gonna be Beargash.
And
Ulrich,
Thulric.
as well as Mr. Rex. Just barely outside. Okay.
That thing bounced on nat 20 for a good 5 seconds, and it tipped over to 9 or 8. I call shenanigans. I'm gonna lose internet too and roll real dice. Seems to work out well. All I have is mini dice though.
It's
So
31 points of frost damage.
Oh, I
Well,
have resistance.
oh, hold on.
If you have resistance,
Is it 15, 16?
yeah, it's half. Yeah, so
Fun
16.
Fun fact, I didn't realize that this happened when I activate my rage. So when I activate my rage, I have Storm Aura, Tundra, and so each creature of my choice in my aura gains 3 temporary hit points.
What is the radius?
10 feet aura?
So technically that would only be Rex, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna need it because I'm gonna get hit by how much? 31?
Yeah, but it'll take 3 temporary hit points, so.
Yeah.
And then to finish, it will step down and land right there.
Finally.
Dying.
Full breath.
I'm gonna shake off the cold. And, well, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna. No. Yes. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna get right up in this dragon's business. Say, hey, ugly. And okay, that didn't seem to do anything. I'm gonna take my flurry of blows action and use a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
So that's 4 strikes total.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You're gonna punch a dragon to death?
And
sure fucking am.
you can also use your key points independently on your 2 strikes. So, for example, you can use Stunning Strike for your first strike, as well, as long as you want to keep burning your key points. You can do that as many times.
I can just keep using a flurry.
Or
Wait, no, that's
you
a
can-
bonus action.
Yeah, you can keep using your Stunning Strike.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just gonna hit.
Okay. Give me.
So just roll 4 attacks.
Yeah, 4 attacks.
Okay. That's an 18.
That hits.
That's a 15.
Does not hit.
That's a 18 again.
That hits.
And 24.
That hits.
All right, 3 hits. So that's 3d6 plus 15.
Okay.
Let's go. I wish there was a better way for me to do this. I'm sorry.
You're good. Hell, I don't care if you want to roll real dice. That's fine too.
So that's 19, 26 damage.
Yes, it is.
Woo.
Big
And I'll
hit.
mark off a key point.
Nice job, buddy.
It's not a. This is an ugly flurry. This is just flailing at this point.
What is
So,
your subclass?
as you step up,
Open hand.
as you step up and just shake off the cold or the frost from you, you put your fisticuffs up and go straight for the dragon's jaw and make 3 decent hits. The third one grazes off the bottom of his jaw, but he shakes off or kind of doesn't do as much or do any damage. But you make some serious contact to it, and using its legendary action, one of the dragon is going to whip its tail and smack Puck into the wall.
Oh, no.
So let's see. That is
Fuck!
it's going to be
Watch out for the
a 22. That definitely hits.
tail.
And I haven't got my characters. And Kitty. Going back to Discord view so we could see Jazzy dancing.
How large is
Well-
this
Hopefully
creature, by
before
the
she's
way?
had enough of my shit.
This is a large creature, you said?
Huge.
Huge.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good staying right there.
Okay. Rex.
Would I get advantage if I move to where my arrow is? Because it's cutting through that.
No, you would get advantage if you stood right in front of Puck.
Stood right in front of Puck.
Yes.
Oh, diagonally through. Well, can't really make that. Okay, so I guess I'll stand there.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Man, huge creature completely negates a big part of my class. I'm going to attack the first time. Yeah, okay. Swinging.
Okay.
Is this creature 3x3? Because if so, I think I'm in his space.
Yeah, it's 3x3.
Okay. So I can't
18
be in that
hits.
space.
Alright. I have
Sorry.
some feats depending on what happens with this damage roll.
That puts Siberian on deck. 16
I know what
damage.
I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Good damage.
Okay, I'm gonna attack again.
Oh. We get so many attacks because we're all martial.
This time I'm going to do this YOLO part of my feat of Great Weapon Master. I'm going to take a -5.
Okay.
So if I hit, it's a +10 to the damage.
Yep.
And
Yeah, Great Weapon Fighter is an amazing feat, just like the Sharpshooter feat. Ignore up to 3/5 cover.
it's not necessarily helpful. 12 does not hit, most likely, correct?
Does not.
Damn.
And I think I have to call for superiority dice beforehand.
I would prefer it, but in this case, go ahead and use it. See if it works.
Alright, because I do have precise. So I will roll one of them.
So we're starting off at a 12. So whatever you roll on that D8
So
to
it's
17.
17.
does not hit still.
Alright.
Rip.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Siberian.
Can I climb up here?
That would be a heavy athletics check. And it's like a sleek stone wall, so there's really not many footholds.
Let's do it.
I guess I can do it after. So thank you. I just read it.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna
Okay.
be a 22.
For athletics, and you want to climb up to where the stairwell was? Or on the wall that
Up.
for the stairwell?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Using your dragon claws to dig in through the ice. You're able to climb up and onto the highest most part of the roof.
Do you have
So
any
Perry's
movement
gonna
left? Is
mount
that my
this
action?
dragon.
That would be considered your movement.
Okay. I will throw another javelin
Okay, throw another javelin.
with my relentless attack.
Reckless.
Reckless. That.
I will give you $1 in real life if you mount this dragon.
You're not gonna believe me.
Another
Move the
natural
phone.
20.
Do you want me to take a picture?
Seems fishy. I'm just being a
I
naysayer.
rolled a 5 and then a 20.
Noise.
Well, roll damage. I'm here to have fun, not doubt people. Yet.
Not me. I'm a fucking Scrooge.
Yeah, well, I mean, I brought you all up here so I could kill you, so, you know.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was my plan all along.
To be fair, I'm throwing my shitty javelin. I'm not actually using my weapon, so this kind of sucks.
Anyway, roll me some damage. What do we got?
I rolled mid damage, so that's karma. So that's a 2 plus 4, so that's 6 damage.
6. Bear Gash.
Okay. So explain the action economy to me really
I
quick.
haven't added any of my rage damage.
Okay,
Um,
you need to...
I totally
add
forgot about that.
So action economy is you have your action, which can consist of casting a spell, using your 3, or as a fighter, I think right now you have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
You can also use, if you take a full attack action, you can use your bonus action to attack for a 3rd time as your, if you're using 2 weapons.
That should
But
be...
yeah.
Sorry, it should have been 2 extra damage from the first javelin, but since I forgot it, you don't have to put that on. But for this one, it'll be an extra 2, so it'll be a total of 8 damage.
Okay, so you have your action, movement, and bonus action.
And you only get 1 bonus action per turn?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's 3 actions.
And there's
Yes.
3 actions, yes.
Right. Okay.
And you can also have it separated as well. It's not like Pathfinder where you have to move then attack. You can attack, move, attack if you wanted to.
Okay. So I am going to use Second Wind
Okay.
to gain 1d8, 1d10 plus 6 health back.
Okay.
I don't see a way to do a roll for that.
Yeah, it should be in the actual like skill. There
Okay.
you go.
So heal 11. Okay. And then I'm going to use my ring of spell storing to enlarge myself.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
That
Oh,
brings
no.
you to. Come on, roll 20, cooperate. A large size.
Okay, cool.
Big ugly work.
Holy
Shit.
fuck.
Okay. So I guess that puts me out of range growing. So I'll take a step down. And I will attempt to put him in a grapple.
Okay, so your athletics checks are gonna have advantage. Because you're enlarged.
Right.
So go ahead and make a athletics check to see how it goes. It's gonna be contested with their athletics.
Okay. So 24.
Okay.
That one on the other one.
Wow. 14 on the die plus 6 equals 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Cool.
You got the dragon in a fucking headlock.
Show me
Okay.
the underbelly.
As
And
you
now-
wrap your
Can't believe
massive
this is
arm around
happening.
it and just start grabbing onto it, it roars and the blue mist is just pouring out of its mouth.
Oh my god.
Okay. I am now going to use Action Surge to give myself a second action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to attempt to pin the dragon.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's another athletics check. Again, an advantage.
Keep its mouth open so I can crawl inside.
What is happening?
17. 22.
I rolled a
22.
15 plus 6 is 21.
Uh,
What is happening?
He flipped him on his back.
I've got this dragon on a chokehold.
It is.
You just
You slam its head into the ground, dealing an additional 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you slam it into the cold stone and put your knee on the back of its neck, leaving it pinned to the ground.
So what does pinned mean in 5e?
It
prone.
prone, so all
Okay.
melee
And
attacks
restrained?
have and restrained, yes. So all melee attacks have advantage.
What a fucking legend!
This is good because one of my superiority die was to trip him, and he's a huge creature, so it completely negates that whole thing.
Shit.
So I appreciate you.
Oh my god, what did I just... Siberian literally just scrambles to the top of the thing, and he just sees this giant orc just flip a dragon on its back in a headlock.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, does that end your turn?
I believe that does.
Okay. Puck is just kind of standing there and is going to reach for his chest, and you'll see there's a pendant, or with a quick glance you'll see there's a pendant on his chest, and clutching it, it begins to glow with this like bluish hue, and he is going to cast Bless on
What?
Beargash and Rex. So you guys have
1d4.
yeah, an additional D4 to any attacks, checks, or saving throws.
Ooh.
And then he is also going to extend his hand towards Beargash and cast as a bonus action Healing Word. So that's going to be 5 points of healing back to you.
Every little bit counts.
And that'll be his turn.
I appreciate you, Puck.
You gotta say it like a big dumb orc.
Thank Puck.
Zog, zog.
He is going
Me
to
like you.
Cryovane is going to wow. Okay. Going to attempt to get out of this grapple. That's going to be another contested athletics roll. Again, you have advantage. And never mind, you don't even need it. I rolled a natural fucking 1.
Also, since I took the grapple fighting style, he takes 1d4 damage at the beginning of his turn and my turn.
Okay, roll that d4.
This is the most absurd situation I've ever seen.
The dragon just
bullying
get up
him.
and instead pooped himself.
4 points of damage.
You thought this was your castle?
He is going to use his legendary action to whip his tail out at Fullbrick. This is the only thing he can do. That's a 15 plus 11, so 26.
More than a +1, it'll hit. Yes.
So 26.
But I'm gonna use my reaction,
Okay.
Stone's Endurance, to reduce the damage dealt by a d12 plus 3.
Okay, so that's going to be 15
Nice.
points of damage.
All right.
Make
So-
that 2.
2 points of damage. And also, let's see. I gotta roll to see. He does not get his fucking cone breath back.
Flitter
He's
around.
still on his back, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's prone.
Yeah.
Prone, grappled, restrained,
I'm sorry, Kyle.
shot himself.
So we all get advantage on attacks against him.
Yeah,
Melee
this is
attacks
actually-
get an advantage against
and
him.
we're all
yes.
melee, so it works out quite well.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna flurry.
Punch him in his
Please-
nuts.
Wait, didn't he tail swipe at Thulbrick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means his nuts are right in
Yeah,
his
he's gonna
view.
punch him in his nuts.
Oh my gosh. Add advantage. Right in the neck nards. Can't spell dragon without nards. Of course it is spelled backwards.
To ever happen in the D&D game I've been in.
I don't see any visible gonads, but that doesn't mean you ain't got them.
You do see
Let's
visible
find out.
cloaca.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna
Oh.
punch into that. That's not dignified.
Gross.
So
But I'm gonna.
roll your 4 attacks at advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Monks with advantage are nutty.
So I'm gonna spend the key point.
I'm fucking crying.
So let's see. That is first roll, 22, 23.
Hits.
What's next? 14.
Misses.
Win some, you lose some.
You were so surprised to find purchase. They're a little too hairy. They're a little hairier than you
Misses.
thought they'd be.
So we got 2 misses, and my last one,
24 hits.
24.
They're a little
Alright.
hairier than you thought they'd be. It threw you off.
So you'd
Well-
go in for 4 strikes, and 2 of your fists make purchase, but the tail kind of comes up and gets in the way a little bit, so it kind of, alters your strike.
Gotcha. So that is only 2d6 plus 10. Yeah, 13 damage.
Oh.
Should quit flailing around. You big dumb lizard.
Anything else you want to do?
So that was my reaction. That was my action. My second action.
What was your reaction?
To deflect that damage,
Okay,
Prevent the
okay.
damage.
prevent some of the damage.
Well, technically
That's it.
that happened before your turn, because that's a legendary action that happens after someone else's turn, so theoretically you would have your reaction back.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because you get
that's
it
all I
back
got.
on your turn. Alright, Rex.
I'm rolling a real dice, and you guys won't believe what I just got. I put it in Discord. It's crazy.
You put it in Discord, you're gonna make me open up another panel?
It's in our chat.
You.
It is incredible that I rolled
Oh
that.
my gosh, that's so good.
It's like, what are the chances,
I swear to God.
guys? What are the chances? Kyle, will you take that? Because clearly it's there.
Don't worry. Once I start attacking with
Piece of
my
shit.
actual weapon, I'm not gonna hit him.
No,
Oh, hold on.
okay.
If you scroll back up in that channel, you can see all the dice that I totally just rolled for my
Yeah,
flurry.
of blows.
Whoa.
Okay, so I don't have to get flanking because I'm at advantage. So in that case, I'm going to attack with the -5 at advantage for the chance of the +10.
Okay.
So here goes that.
Go ahead and make me all your strikes. 25
Off the
hits.
dragon.
25 hits. Okay.
Hey, hold on. You're cryo vein, right?
I think this is the wrong dragon. He's too weak.
Nah,
21
keep
hits.
getting them.
He's in a chokehold. He can't say shit.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so, I'm gonna roll. I think a -5 on a 21 would be not enough, right?
16 would not hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a superiority die for that one. Make sure that I do get to hit.
Okay.
And that cancels it out, so it's at 21, so it does hit.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Almost
so
some damage.
I'm going to do a couple hits. And if I can re-roll any 1s or 2s, by the way. And I can once per attack.
What's that custom roll? Do 5 people show up out of nowhere asking for your autograph?
No, that was the superiority die. I rolled a 1, so I'm going to re-roll the 1, which is a d6. So add 4 onto that. So 15 damage for the first one.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll the 1. Why does it keep doing that?
13.
Oh, because it's auto rolling my 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It does the same thing with Boris.
okay.
So it still would be 11 and 13 damage.
Yes.
Isn't D&D Beyond nice?
Yes. Okay, now I am going to action surge,
Okay.
and I am going to attack again. Twice.
Okay. Roll.
Oops, that was supposed to be at a. Just gonna roll it normal.
Oh. 16 is not gonna hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Really need a crit, boys.
We're all
That's
fishing.
Really not helpful.
9 is not gonna hit either. Okay.
That is my turn.
Siberian.
I would like to make a running leap with my great sword and try and jab it into his belly.
Okay.
Whoa.
First make me an athletics or acrobatics check, one or the other.
Oh, by the way, Kyle, that's 11 plus 10, so 21, and 13 plus 10.
15 for the athletics.
Okay. That is enough. Roll me an attack.
At advantage, right?
Yep. It is prone.
You're not going to believe this, guys. You are not going to believe this. You are not.
So how'd you do? Pretty good.
She's trying to claim, look, I just rolled it and it's fine. But you could just have weighted
Look,
dice.
you
There's no way to prove
cannot see my hand. Okay, you can see my hands right now. I'm gonna take a picture.
we cannot prove that they're not weighted dice. So it is what it is.
I'm not joking.
No, it's fine. It's just, the rest of us are using digi dice and we're rolling not that well. And you just happen
I'm gonna
to use
stand
specific
using
dice.
dice.
It's
And,
all
and it
good.
just seems like you literally have rolled 4 crits. That's all.
You can't make this shit up. I swear to God. Do you want me to start rolling digi dice? I will start rolling digi dice.
No, it's fine because I guess ultimately we're gonna win. I remember a monkey person I once knew that had.
I feel like you all think I'm full of shit, but I swear to God I'm not.
If you notice on the die, there's like 7 sides that are all 20. She's like, "Look, I did roll it. I don't know what you're talking about."
I have a dice that says fuck on it.
Roll me some damage.
Oh my! I don't even know what is that.
Are you even in melee range?
I jumped onto him.
You're still on top of the castle.
I'm on top of. I'm like on his belly.
Oh God, is this how dragon babies are married?
Yes, a dragonborn and a dragon.
She
Have
crit right
coitus.
into his cloaca. Oh God.
So that'll be. I rolled a 2 and a 3, so that's 5. Doubled is 10 plus 5, so 15 damage.
Okay. Alright.
Thank God you're critting.
You bards have...
I don't get brutal critical until 9.
Okay.
Yeah, but did you get the +2 from rage?
Yeah, only a 17 actually for damage.
Okay. And you're gonna only taking 1 strike?
Oh, yeah, I'll take another strike.
Is that part of your class? Guys, you won't believe this. I'm preempting it.
18.
18 just hits.
Better than me. Thank God.
12 damage.
Woo!
With the rage?
With the rage.
Blam,
Okay.
blam.
Bringing us to Beargash.
Okay. First and
Keep 'em-
foremost,
Keep
the
him
dragon
down.
is gonna take 1d4 damage as I strangle the life energy out of him.
Oh god.
So how does this work? Do I have to make another check to maintain the grapple?
He has to make checks to escape. As far as you're concerned, you have him grappled.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm gonna, have him in a chokehold with one hand. I'm gonna punch him with the other. Hammer fist him. It says I only need one hand free.
Go for it.
Okay.
Both strikes are at advantage.
Let's
Unarmed
see.
strikes can be with your feet as well, and headbutt also.
Yeah,
Doesn't
did
have
see
to
that.
and
be a
you
thing.
also have
I'll,
it.
I'll just headbutt him 3 times.
And you also have a D4 because of bless that you add to the roll.
Oh crap! Damn
Right.
it, son of a bitch!
Okay.
I would have hit my other ones
23.
So that's a
eventually.
that hits.
first attack. Second attack.
20 hits.
And then with my bonus action, I'll attack again.
Okay.
And that's 1d4
That's a nat 20.
blast.
Oh
so,
my
Hey.
goodness.
So that's 3 hits. Let's see.
This
So
poor
first
dragon.
one. Ooh, hate to see it.
Honestly,
Second
the MVP.
And then, so what's the crit rules?
Double the dice.
Okay,
And then-
so
Whatever
2d8
you
plus
roll.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. So you roll the dice normal damage, and then whatever that number is, you double that. You don't roll 2 dice,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and then you add the modifier after that.
Okay, so here's the d8. So 5, 10, plus
And then
16 damage on that last punch.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Did you kill it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you do it? Tell me.
No.
Okay.
No, but there is a massive stream of blood flowing out of its mouth.
This
knock any
dragon's
teeth
having a
loose?
bad.
There
day.
is several teeth lying on the ground beneath the dragon.
My free actions shove them in my pocket. Those are trophies.
There aren't any free actions, but
Allow
it.
No, not right
okay,
now.
after combat. After combat.
Is going. Puck is
Puck
just
is in the
leaning
room.
against the wall, watching.
Alright, so we've got an orc with a dragon in a headlock. We've got a dragonborn stabbing it in the belly. We've got a monk going at its nutsack.
And it is at this. Roll your d4,
He already did it.
starting its turn,
No.
Oh.
and then making
Aha. Oh.
making an athletics check to break free. This time it's going to use its legendary resistance and automatically succeed, and is able to shake out. It'll immediately.
Isn't that for
Jump
saving
up.
throws?
Technically, this would be at the point of being grappled. It is a saving throw.
Okay, you said athletics.
Strength saving throw.
Okay, so
Basically.
your dragon's being grappled, so you can do what you want.
So, he will rise up or flap his wings heavily and rise up off the ground.
Where does
that provoke an attack
Siberian go?
It
It
does.
has no movement.
It broke free of the grapple.
Oh.
It's still on its back, doesn't it have to like get
It
up?
was never on its back.
Oh.
You were
Siberian's
on
still
its
on
back,
it. Oh, okay.
and now it's rising up and attempting to fly away. It is leaving.
Did you
Let's
see
all
that?
fucking
Rex's
get it.
attack?
Yes, it is leaving Beargash's Puck or Bulbrick and Rex's
And-
range.
Before we make this attack, I should say I didn't mention it because it wasn't relevant when he was grappled. But I have I took the Crusher feat, so when I score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage on a creature, until my next turn, all attacks against it get advantage.
Fuck you.
I appreciate that.
Go ahead. Make your attacks of opportunity.
I
Now
don't
would
get
be
it.
a
I'm,
great-
I'm still on it, right? So I don't get it.
Now would be a great
Yeah, you do
time
not
for a
get it.
crit.
Oh, I missed.
17 does not hit. 28 hits.
Almost a crit. Almost a crit.
You grab it,
19
you
on the
just
die.
Rex.
Hold on. Plus a d4.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have used my bonus die
There's a 20
or my
hit?
bonus
Should, right?
action.
A 20 does hit, yes.
Okay.
So two of you make a single attack.
Yes. I shouldn't have used my bonus die or my bonus action. If I did not, I could have used this hit to then use a superiority die to immediately put him back in a grapple.
Yeah. 10 points of damage,
Damn.
and then
Stand by.
What were you saying about dessert?
15 points of damage. Holy shit. Well, it is still alive, and it continues its flight up, and is going to fly about 20 feet away, carrying our Dragonborn.
I thought it couldn't move because it took its movement to get up, or is it half its movement?
It's half its movement.
Okay.
So it's going to move 20 feet this way,
Oh,
It's not
land,
fair.
and turn, and do another cone.
oh no.
So I need all of you guys to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not ready.
And what's up?
Oh,
bye.
I'm just waving from the top of the train.
So the DC for this is 19.
I'm not ready for this either.
Seriously?
Oh wait, does bless apply to this?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
Oh, okay.
For you fuckers.
No, well, I rolled an 18, and right after he said 8, right after it rolled and popped up, he's like, "It's
Oh my
DC
God.
19."
18 plus the
How do we all
D4.
roll
22.
18s?
I have to put this on the camera
Oh, here we go.
so you guys can see it.
Don't say
I'm
more
dead.
damage.
Got a 21.
No!
That's Puck's
Nat one.
saving throw.
Oh,
Oh.
Goodbye, Puck. You icicle.
He hasn't done anything but
He's a
bless.
puxicle now.
So if he gets damaged, he also has to roll a Constitution saving throw to keep bless up.
Right. So, Beargash, your save is at 22 now, so you
Yes.
succeed.
I'm at 21.
Okay. Bulbrick.
I'll take half anyway.
18, and then Constitution. You don't even have to get hit. All right.
Give me that damage, Papa.
It is
Well,
48
lot of math.
points of damage.
Oh,
So if you succeeded,
48?
48. If you succeeded, you are you take half, and if you failed, you take the full damage.
I have 6 hit points left.
Oh my god.
oh, I do it so good.
And Puck, as you guys
Ugh.
glance back, and is frozen solid.
No!
Birdo.
Oh my god!
Birdo.
So I'm assuming we lose bless.
Yes, you do lose bless, but
Damn.
continuing the rest of its turn, Cryovane is going to leap off of the broken walls and begin flying away.
I thought it already used its movement.
You can move, action, move again, if you don't use all of your movement. But it is
Bye.
bye-bye with Siberian on its back. And that is where we'll end this one-shot.
What? We're
Aw.
not gonna finish it?
This is finished. This is an adult dragon. It's not.
Kill it.
It's not gonna fight till death.
We have to kill it. Do I?
Bye,
I have to
Siberian.
kill it.
If you remember the contract, fight until it goes away or kill it.
Oh, in that case, can I try and jump off as it takes off?
Sure, make
No,
me an
goodbye.
athletics check.
Can we try to catch her?
Gone forever.
The only one close enough is gonna be Beargash, and he's large enough, so he'll have advantage. So you can
That's
make me.
That's a total of 16.
Do you want to attempt to catch?
Siberian.
Yeah. So you easily catch Siberian as he jumps from the back of the white dragon as it flies away, leaving the four of you.
Could I take a swipe as I'm jumping?
No.
Okay.
Leaving the four of you standing at the atop Icespire Peak, having just shooed off a fucking dragon after grappling it, knocking out some teeth.
I have potions of healing. Can I pour? No. I have potions of healing, but that's not gonna work if he's frozen solid.
And also think about this: what value does Puck have to Siberian?
He's not a dick.
Fooled me.
Beargash is gonna, in the meantime, start picking
No,
up his trophies.
I'm gonna make an acrobatics check to slide towards the teeth.
In the meantime, Siberian
Well, maybe
is
grapple
gonna...
you.
Can Siberian like light a torch and try and thaw out Puck enough to pour a potion down his throat or something?
As you hold up this torch, you notice that it is a magical frost that will not melt.
Rex is gonna come up to Siberian as he's trying to do all these things, and like he's dead. There's no point. And he's gonna remove his cloak of billowing and place it around Puck's back. So
Hey,
even though
man,
he's
I just-
frozen, it's constantly billowing like a hero that he was.
Yeah, I just want to point out that like those guys downstairs, they're not dead. They're like still kind of.
So if we get, so maybe if we come back with a magic user who could potentially restore them.
Could maybe.
But for now, can we move him?
He's frozen to the ground.
I figured. Bullshit.
Rex is just pounding potions, by the way.
How many does he have?
I have enough to try to get me topped off. You just see me slurping them. He's just like, I don't feel that good, guys.
Funnily enough, I didn't
That's-
take a single point of blamage.
Yeah.
Pockets are full of teeth. I could see them from here.
Yeah,
Good
Beargash
job,
has a bunch of
guys.
potions he's gonna start throwing back too.
Good job.
So I'm guessing there might be a little side quest for Storm in the near future.
I mean,
Exactly.
maybe.
Is that who Puck is?
Yes. Now that the session is over, for Burdane, you may remember the gentleman that escorted Storm the very first time you met her.
Yeah, I remember Puck.
Yeah. Couple weeks after you guys left, goes to Phandalin, get the job, gets frozen solid.
Did you do that on
Oops.
purpose?
Poor man.
I mean, kind of.
Oh my god.
What?
You're cruel!
Vargas, look out! It came back. I'm gonna point towards Siberian. I've got a dart at the ready.
I got it.
You beast.
He rolls his eyes. I suppose we should head back to Phandalin.
Job well done. I'm gonna flick a giant chunk of ice off my shoulder.
Collect my trophies, teeth, and whatever scales I can find that may have fallen off.
There are 5 teeth, 3 of which you claim, 2 of which Gulbrick claims, and there's 1 scale. Massive white dragon scale.
That's mine.
It's about the
Yeah.
size, like in your regular state. Beargash, it is the size of your palm.
That's mine.
Yeah, that goes to you earned that.
He truly did.
I mean, you gave me the greatest pleasure. You let me punch a dragon in the dick. And I mean, that's...
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Oh,
how absurd was that encounter out of all the encounters you've had?
you're like an 8.
I'm glad that worked out so well. I wasn't confident it would.
You were instrumental in the defeat of that dragon. I don't
Glad
think
it
we
worked
could have done
out.
it without that grapple.
Cut it. Cut the feed.
But why? Fine.
I don't know.
Everybody say
Johnson.
goodnight.
Good
Good night,
night.
Chad.
I'm being
Good
told.
night.
I'm being
Thanks
told
for
by someone
coming and
other than me
watching us
to end it.
watching an adult dragon get grappled and punched in the nuts.
Yeah. Who
So,
knows? Maybe you'll see Philbrick and Co. again.
Beargash, you do know what aggressive negotiations are. After all,
I know nothing, no alternative. That's all I know.
you
No,
should
there's
meet
a really funny Dragon Ball
Good night,
abridged quote
guys.
about